Hello, Diana. Good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. I figured we would start our Monday morning with Seth. He is being adorable as always. Good morning, Dee Dee. Hello, Nick. Hi, Suzanne. Starting our morning with Sethy. Hi. Hello, Debbie. Good morning, Tommy. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Lori. Happy Monday to all of you. Yeah. So, we're just going to do a little walkabout this morning. Hi, Monica. I'm glad to see he was having a good time in the lake. Good morning, Donna. Hi, Diana. Yeah, he's been all kinds of rambunctious this morning. All kinds of rambunctious. He is always the first cat everybody sees when they pull in, and he stands here and watches all of the feeders loading up all of the feeding carts, which they're about to start doing. Yeah, it's good stuff, buddy. He's so bad. Not supposed to be running. Yep, he's nice and soaking wet from his morning swim. It is actually really nice today, Kim. On my golf cart this morning, it was actually a little bit cooler than normal, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's about to be morning sweatshirt weather. But here in Florida, by 10 o'clock, you wouldn't be able to wear it. But early mornings, maybe. Oh, he's like, you didn't turn your back, so I'm not going to chase you. I saw a question about moving Hoover to Tiger Lake. I asked Catherine, she said Jamie had definitely mentioned that. I don't know how set in stone it is. I'm also not positive how we would get Hoover over there. He's not real fond of the transport cage, and there's no tunnel system that takes him to Tiger Lake, which is why Seth and Andy never were out on vacation after they were put over here. So I don't know. We shall see. I know whoever moves over will be very happy. Good morning, Monica and Mama Becky. Hi, Joni. Nicole. Well, he took off from me. He acted like he was going to chase me, which I don't condone it. It's adorable, but he did come in with a swelling on his back leg from day one, so we don't like to instigate him overusing it. I enjoy watching him swim because that's probably therapeutic. Hi. What are you being down here and feisty for? Hello, Elizabeth Ann. Thank you, Julianne, for sharing this feed. Hey, Monica. This is Seth, everybody that's just joining. You can read his bio at bigcatrescue.org/Seth. He's such a brat. All right. You wild man. You're such a wild man. Yes, you're so wild. You're so wild. Sweet boy. Every time he rubs on the cage, he is just soaking me because he was out swimming in his lake. If you guys don't already know, you can watch Seth 24/7 on his Explore camera. So you can go to bigcatrescue.org/cams and choose Tiger Lake or Vacation Rotation. Patricia, that seems to be a big miscommunication. People seem to think Amanda lost both of her brothers. That is not true. We did lose Arthur. Buddy! We lost Arthur, but Andre is still alive and doing okay. We lost Andy Tiger, which is Seth's neighbor on Tiger Lake. Hi. Christina, Amanda did not lose both brothers, so make sure if you guys are out there on any of our groups or our pages that you're helping me correct that for people. Amanda did lose her brother Arthur, but Andre is still alive and fine. We unexpectedly lost Andy this past Thursday. He had a huge mass growing right along his heart and his lung and his esophagus. Yeah, Seth's showing off. People are asking about Nabisco. Actually, let's head on over and we'll see a couple more cats this morning. Nabisco did also have a seizure this past Thursday. Luckily, Catherine was actually in the room when it happened and got it on video so we can officially show the vets. It was very scary. I sat with him for about an hour after it occurred, and he actually snapped out of it pretty quickly this time. And I have seen him almost every day since it happened, and he is back to his old self again. So we'll see. Yeah, for those of you that keep, I don't want the confusion to keep growing. It was Arthur, who was a Texas Tiger, and Andy, who used to live here in this enclosure next door to Seth. Those are the two cats we've lost over the last week and a half. And I can't even lie about how difficult it's been, so I am going to change the subject. Let's go see some happy faces. Show everybody your new platform. Hi. Nope, say I go under it. I'm gonna go under it and pee on it. You go on it? Hi. Gotta mark every square inch. There she goes. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Roselle. Good morning. This is Small's Bobcat. Now she can get above my head and try to pee on me, which is excellent. You're so silly. So silly. My little sweetie pie. Quit trying to pee on that, ma'am. She's so goofy. So goofy. It's yours. I'm not taking it. Thank you, Mary Louise. I hope you have a great day too. She's very, very happy. She spends all day either sleeping on that level she's on, or I see her hanging out on that shelf there, which from that high up she can get a really good view of Pharaoh. She can see Gilligan. She can see Running Bear and Apollo, who's out, so I'm definitely going to show you Apollo. He's one of our oldest cats. Look how gorgeous he looks this morning. She can even see Frankie. This is Apollo. He's a Siberian lynx. Hi. Oh, you're backlit. Let's see. There we go. What you doing, sir? Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. There's sweet old boy. I know. I know. Sweet old boy. Yeah. You've become such a talker in your old age, sir. Yeah. I know. I know. Thank you, Suzanne, for posting their links. Sorry, I kind of stopped watching the comments when it all became sad stuff. Try to get back in it, but thank you guys for helping me answer comments. And yeah, so if you guys are just joining, I think I'm seeing a lot of new people that seem a little confused. So this is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. You are looking at a Pollow, who is a Siberian lynx. He was born on 5/1/97, so he is an old man. Yeah, I'm sorry. So it's actually healed up pretty nicely. He's got another new mat starting on him, which, again, when you're that old, if you times a cat's age by 6, that's what they are in human years. And he can't exactly groom all the way back there. Yeah. Gorgeous boy, his beautiful green eyes. It's always been one of my favorite cats to photograph. And you can see he's up on top of this really big mound. It's this really awesome den. And Jamie and Victor just spruced it up while he was in his hospital stay. And now we have this very convenient little window on the side. So when he's in there, we can peek in and see how he's doing. Good morning, Kara. Thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, he's such a sweet old boy. Yeah. Yeah, such a good boy. He's really just like, why are you standing here when you did not bring breakfast? I know. I know. I don't know if anyone's able to use the scratcher on him. Unfortunately, I've not been trained to do the grooming or the scratching yet. I have requested it, but I think I gotta be here a little longer maybe, I'm not sure. But certain people have certain cats, but it's also based on whether the cats are gonna tolerate it or not, and if they've bonded with you enough and there's enough trust there. Like, I think you guys have probably seen, I followed Karma one day, her grooming cat is Breezy Bobcat. But even Breezy, she lets her groom, you know, with a retractable scratcher for a couple of minutes, and then eventually she kind of gets sick of it and just walks away, or might give her a little noise that says, "I'm good, you're done now, servant." All right, Mr. Pollow. Say bye to 263 fans.
Natalia's out.
Oh, is she? All right. Maybe we'll make our way up and check in on Natalia, see how she's liking Funcation. Here's another little view of Miss Small Girl. Look how much fun stuff you have in your enclosure now. She still has her infamous tree, as you can see. All right. Okay. Good night, Naomi. Yeah, definitely check out our website, bigcatrescue.org. We always try very hard to catch comments from new people and make sure you understand our mission. We are one of the world's largest accredited sanctuaries, and long story short, that basically means we're held to high standards where we don't buy, sell, trade, breed, or touch any of our animals here. A lot of them come here already pretty old or with health issues, or they've been through a lot in their lifetime. So because of that, we treat them with respect here. This is their retirement home. We have close to, I think we've got maybe 16, just right under 20 cats right now that are over the age of 20. Here's a shot of Tonga real quick. So I'm going by. Tonga. So Tonga and his brother Pharaoh are two of the only two white servals known to exist that we're aware of. They both live here at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. I believe he was also born in '97, so he's up there in age as well. Tonga's the one that did have cancer that developed on his nose. In order to save him, we did have to actually take the front part of his nose, and it hasn't affected anything about him. He still eats and smells and does everything that he normally would, and now he's been cancer-free for over 5 years. He's not in a great spot where I'd be able to really show him to you, but what I was going to do is go show you Tiger Lily. Good morning, Francis. Oh, thank you, Laura, for your donation. Wow, thank you very much. I'm going to tell Tiger Lily all about that. Here she is. So Tiger Lily is one of our oldest cats. She was rescued from a fur farm in the 90s. It's actually how our entire sanctuary began. If any of you have the link to how Big Cat Rescue got started, that might be really helpful for some of our viewers that are brand new. So we're gonna check in on Miss Lily. Hi, sweet girl. She's like, I'm ready for breakfast. So she's another one of those cats that just won't let you groom her, unfortunately. No, you stay right there, ma'am. So she does have some mats. Yeah. She's my feisty girl. Look how pretty you are, though. I love her coat. It's awesome that she got to wear her own coat for her whole lifetime instead of being made into somebody else's clothes. I know, you're so mad. Here, why don't you come down? I don't want you to jump. Well, she's got to jump, but... Well, thank you, Dawn, for your donation. Come down. Come get breakfast. She's another little statue. There you go. It's actually her new favorite spot. She usually really loves to lay. There's a den that's under all those grasses, and she loves to lay over there. But in the morning and evening, she has been laying on top of this den. Sweet Lily. I'm seeing things mentioned about our cages. So, yep, there's a lot of information on our cages at bigcatrescue.org/cages. And thank you to everybody who's explaining those. What you see in these tiny little videos never looks like much. And the biggest confusion from newbies is people seem to think that this box right here is a full cage. It is not. It's just simply attached to their cages. It's called their feeding lockout. So when the feeders come out, they will actually drop the food in onto that stone tile. There's also raised water bowls in the lockouts because cats are notorious for peeing in water because it helps hide their scent from predators. Yep, we're located near the Citrus Park Mall in Tampa, Florida. Unfortunately, almost 26 years ago when this sanctuary began, we were one of the only things in this area. We have definitely been built up around lots of entertainment, actually, so it kind of helps our guests because they can come make a whole day out of it. Yep, and the reason we design the cages in sections like that, so she's in one bubble here, so we call them bubbles, and then there's another bubble here, and then another bubble behind it, and they're all separated with guillotine doors, so we're able to shift the cats around. So if we need them in one section, so we can go into the other section because we are a non-contact facility. We do not go in the enclosures with them. That helps us with any kind of maintenance, or there's a lot of enclosures that we need to mow the grass. It is Florida, so it's constant yard work. Hi, can we get one more close-up, little lady? Yes. That's why you're my favorite girl. You're a tough girl. I know. So feisty. All right. All right, Miss Lily, the next person she sees will have the food, so that'll make her happy. I saw somebody request Thurston and Lovey. They're not always super visible, which is why you don't see them all the time, but I will certainly try to walk over. Then after that, we'll head back over to, I'm hoping we'll see Natalia. And I saw somebody kept mentioning caracals, so we'll see if we can see Cyrus. Oh, I think that's Thurston up front there. So another thing for new people to know is all of our animal care here is done by volunteers. Paid staff does the behind the scenes work and administrative work. If you see staff members out with the cats, it's actually their volunteer time because we're also required volunteer time. Here's Thurston. He's also very feisty. Hi, sir. Look at that tail. That's a feisty tail you got right there, sir. It rained here a lot overnight, so everything's nice and wet. What you doing, bud? He's like, that was my 15 minutes of fame. And you can see he can leave this bubble and go into that bubble. Then there's another bubble right there. And another one there. And it goes all the way back here, which is where Lovey is. Zabu is on a 24/7 camera, so you can easily check in on her anytime. She is with Cameron out in the 2.5 acre vacation rotation. And I don't tend to go focus on the cats that are on vacations. Here's Lovey. Because you can watch them 24/7, and also because it's 2.5 acres. So if I go out there and they're in the middle of it, you're not going to see it from my camera anyway. You'll definitely be able to see it from the Explore camera. Thank you, Dean. It is a very cool place. You are definitely able to visit. We do guided tours here every day of the week but Thursdays. All right, point taken, guys. So that's Lovey. Thurston and Lovey live together there. Quite a large enclosure. And you can see Lily's been stalking me this whole time. Yep, you've probably heard Nikita, our lioness, has roared a couple of times. I can hear Armani, one of our leopards, sawing. Gabrielle Tiger does a lot of calling in the mornings. All right, let's get back on track and go see Natalia. All right, one more time. There you are again. Bye, Tiger Lily. Bye, sweet girl. Penny, big cats are solitary by nature, so generally they prefer not to share space or compete for food or anything like that. However, we have been able to introduce bobcats that were at very young ages if they showed interest in being together. But we do no breeding here whatsoever, so if cats do share space, they are spayed and neutered. Most people don't realize that if you breed cats in cages, they can never go free. So any kind of conservation effort that says they're breeding for conservation, well, those cats are still going to live their life in a cage, not free. So we don't believe in breeding. Our thought process has changed over the years. We, in the early 90s, we did a little bit of breeding and had a couple whoopsies. But that has definitely been stopped. Hi! How are you, bud? Let me get in here. So here's Hutch, the one that's chatting right now. And he is an African serval. I know. I know. You're so goofy. Yeah, so silly. So this is Hutch, an African serval, and his noisy neighbor, Beecher, which is a Savannah cat. Hi, bud. How are you?
You just letting Hutch do all the talking today?
Rachel, I'm standing right in front of Beecher. Yeah. I feel like I need to be panoramic. Because there's Hutch. Got rain falling out of the trees on me.
What are you doing, silly boy?
Yeah. And Beecher's having his morning grass. A lot of our cats here really love certain kind of grass that grows in their enclosure. It reminds me of the little kits you can buy from the pet store for your domestic cats at home. So he does all of his own lawn care.
You guys are so rowdy.
And I can hear Cyrus just tearing through his palmettos back there, so we'll go see him too.
Very chatty boys.
Good morning, Sonia. Thank you to everybody who's helping me answer questions. I only see 1 to 2 comments at a time and they fly by pretty quick. So if I do miss any of your questions at all and nobody else in the feed is able to answer, I always go back to my desk and try to reach out to you guys through Messenger, or I'll reply to your comment. I hear some trilling, yeah.
Hi. Hi, sweet boy.
This is Cyrus. He's a caracal.
Hi. Hi, sweet boy. Yeah. Making so much noise.
Loves his palmettos. I think they can hear the feeding carts now. There's Beecher behind me.
Are you still chatting? I don't even know which way to look. You guys are all being so cute. You guys are all being so cute. Yeah. How am I supposed to know who to look at? Good morning, Kathleen. My beach boy. Yeah. You're so silly. You're so silly.
Yeah, so if you are interested in the backstory of any of our cats, we've got just under 70 permanent residents that live here. You can go to bigcatrescue.org/catbio, and it will tell you the background and where these cats have come from, and it'll explain their stories. We don't do any touching here because it sends the wrong message. It's rude. These guys are wild animals. They'd never let you touch them in the wild, so why would you trap them in a cage and then pet them? It doesn't make a lot of sense. And if they're bred in a cage and born in a cage, they can never go free. And a lot of people want to know, do they miss being pet? Because some of these did come from private ownership, and I can assure you they do not. They might tolerate it, which is what they were probably doing before, but if one of these cats were to accidentally hurt us, which I can tell you with the teeth and the claws on most of these cats, they're absolutely going to hurt you whether they mean to or not. And the CDC will have you put them down and test them for rabies, which is so not worth it. We love these cats dearly and we would not want to put their lives at risk just because of our own desires. So let me see.
Cyrus, what you doing? You want to say hi one more time? Let me go see some leopards. Hi. Hi, big boy. Hi, sweet boy. What you doing?
He's like, he knows he gets fed on that side. Why am I not following him on that side? I see his neighbor Chaos, which is a female caracal. Thank you, Suzanne, for posting that.
Hi.
So you'll notice she's not as friendly as him. You can hear him trilling still. So these guys were actually housed together You can see that they have a tunnel that connects them, but the tunnel is closed. They were housed together prior to coming here, but we quickly realized that they absolutely didn't like to be together. We even spayed and neutered them, reintroduced them. They were okay for maybe only a few days before Chaos was limping. So we put them separated again, and they've been very, very happy.
Hi, so happy. Hey, Cindy. If you go back and watch this from the beginning, you'll see a little snippet of Tonga.
So why can't we just let them go free? That's a great question. It's a question we get constantly. So again, if a cat was born in a cage legally, it can't be set free. Also, it never learned its natural instincts when it was being raised by humans. So it would definitely wind up being a death sentence to do that to them. She's like, okay, my time's done.
I go back to you. You're such a ham.
So thank you for posting that. bigcatrescue.org/go-free will give you a little bit more of an explanation on why you can't just let them be born in a cage, be handled by humans, and then set them free and expect them to survive. It would be very cruel, unfortunately. You see there is another cat walking behind Cyrus over there, and that is Diablo. Diablo is also a savanna cat.
Hi.
Yes, that's very true too. These cats are not native to here. This cat you see right here should be hunting in Africa or India. You could find them in either location, but they're not from the US. They can't go in one huge cage because, again, none of these cats are native to the same areas. That you wouldn't find some of these cats on the same continent. Let alone them all getting together in one big cage. It may work for a short period of time, but you're gonna have a bloodbath eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet boy. All right, let's go see some leopards. You're gonna get breakfast in a minute. Yeah.
So he is scent marking. Your cats at home do it, and these cats do it too. So they have tons of glands on their face and on their body, and when they rub against things, they're marking it as their own. That's also why they spray urine. The reason, Donna, that most people seem to want these kinds of exotic cats as pets seems more like an ego thing than anything else. I mean, they are gorgeous, but I think they're much more gorgeous when they're in the wild, living life like they should be. You know, I think it's more because it sounds cool to say you have one of these. I really honestly don't know. Sad. So let's go see if we can spot Natalia. She's one of the rarest cats in the world. Yep, I see her already. She knows exactly where to go. So this large enclosure you see here is called Funcation. So since there's a lot of new viewers on here, Funcation is a 22,000 square foot enclosure. The leopards and smaller get to come out here for 2 weeks at a time. Hi, baby girl.
Hi. Come here. There you go.
This is Natalia. Natalia is an Amur leopard.
Hi, lady. Hi.
We say that's her smiley face.
It's a smiley face. She's ready for breakfast.
So anyway, so this is Funcation. So they get to rotate out here for 2 weeks at a time. It's very helpful for us because we can get them out of their home enclosures and give them a lot more space to enjoy. And while they're out here, we can go into their home enclosures and do a full makeover. Usually put in new enrichment, and we mow, and we plant grass, and we do all the stuff we couldn't do if they were in there.
Hi. You're such a gorgeous girl. I know. So she's out here on Funcation and has really been enjoying it. Look at that fluffy tail.
There are less than 100 of her known left in the wild, which is a real shame. Look how gorgeous she is. You'll notice she's a little bit fluffier than our other leopards, a little bit longer of hair. She would be found more in like Russia and China and colder environments.
Sweet girl.
Yeah, Kathy, everybody's first impression is that they look soft, but I can definitely say the only time that we touch cats here is when there's a medical procedure. Now, granted, I have never touched Natalia or an Amur leopard, but a regular leopard and a tiger and even a bobcat are definitely not as soft as you think they are. Their skin and their fur is designed for all terrain and being outdoors. So it's almost more like a horse. It's very tough, very water resistant. Yeah, they are designed to thrive in the wild.
All right, I'm taking the hint.
She does look a lot smaller out here for sure. She's like, I don't got time for you. You didn't bring food. So now that you've seen Natalia, why don't we go over and check on Sundari and Armani. And they are a little bit more of your traditional leopard, so you'll see kind of the difference. And I will just keep walking around Suncation so you get a good idea. Caitlin, we do. Yep, mountain lions are actually the same thing as a puma, a Florida panther, a cougar. They're all the same species, but it just varies. Their size and coloration even varies, but it all depends on where they're found, on what people call them. There are actually more than 40 or more names for mountain lions. Yeah, and the reason that we have a lot of the tigers we have is because people think it's cool to breed them over and over and over again so that people can touch and hold their cubs for pictures. But what people don't realize is those tiger cubs go on to live really horrible lives afterward. They can only be used for a handful of weeks. They're ripped away from their mothers almost immediately and then hand-fed by humans. So it's just a really terrible, terrible life for them.
Hi, Sunny.
So this is Sundari.
You got beautiful butterflies over here today, ma'am. Hi. This is Sunny.
She, I believe, is now 22 years old.
We're going. We're gonna stay over here and hang for a minute. What a pretty girl. What a pretty girl.
So you can see, especially you can tell on her tail, she's still got a long tail. Leopards can carry their food sources that can be 3 times the size of their own body up into a tree. So that long tail helps them do that.
Did that bug get you?
No, tigers are really the only cat that chuffs. However, they make more of a sawing, like a light roaring noise. But tigers definitely do the chuffing. The cougar, or the mountain lion, or puma, or whatever you'd like to call them, they are the largest cat that can still purr.
Oh, I'm gonna pee.
It's a little bit of a private moment, but I'm kind of stuck over here. I don't want to scare you.
Hi. Yeah, all right. What a gorgeous girl. I'm glad you didn't pee at me. That was nice of you. Yep, this is sweet Sundari. And there is a very unhappy bird back there.
That's Nikita roaring. No, Caitlin, we do not have cheetahs. Cheetahs need a ton of space to run. And honestly, most places that breed them and use them hold on to them. They don't typically live long enough to need rescued, unfortunately. Let's see where Miss Armani is. Armani! Oh, you're on top of there. I was like looking on the ground. Duh, you're a leopard. Look up. Look up. You taught me, huh? Hi. Oh. Oh. Hi, Mani Mani. Yes, that was Nikita roaring. Hi, Mani Mani. Oh, flop. Flop. What a good girl. Hi. So we try really hard to keep the peace in these comments. So if there's anyone just being really rude or terrible, try to explain your side and then otherwise ignore it. Everybody's here to learn, and that's the most important part. Some of the people that come in, our biggest critics and haters, end up seeing that we really are the good guys and we really do love these animals, and we want to take care of them the best that we can. So everybody just for the sake of the cats, let's all get along. Mani Mani. Yeah, I know. Plus, it's been an awfully rough week, so when things get too serious, I'll just shut this down and talk to the cats on my own. So she's all excited because the food carts have finally arrived in her part of the area. That's a great question. So I'll kind of walk you through like a typical day here, since she's being so cute. So we all arrive between 7 and 7:30 in the morning, and the first thing we start doing is morning chores. We fall out about 500 pounds of food a day, and so morning food prep stuff takes place while other keepers go out and start preparing. Certain cats get lockouts closed. If it's a cougar or larger, every single feeding lockout is closed in the morning, and then a certain select of naughty small cats also get their enclosure, their feeding lockouts closed. After that, we pull all the diets that were made the night before, and then we load up the feeding carts, and between 8 and 9 is when all the cats get fed. It takes 4 routes. Like I said, we have just under 70 cats on 67 acres. And so it takes about an hour or so to feed everybody, and then after that, we have another set of keepers that come out, and you walk their enclosures, you look for poop. We carry a 6-foot pole with a hook on it, and we draw that to the side. We use barbecue tongs to pull any of like old enrichment or treats or toys or any of that stuff out. We scrub their feeding plates, we give them fresh water, and then a double checker comes around after that. So usually feeding and cleaning can take up until almost 2 o'clock. Now she's like, oh, it might be for real. Here comes the food. We do have guided tours every day but Thursday. Thursdays is our big project day. So that's kind of the day where we do all of the weed eating and mowing and all the noisy stuff you wouldn't want while you're here on a tour. So thank you, Jerry, for posting that. We do have 2 lions. We have a male named Cameron, and we have a female named Nikita. Both right now are currently on 24/7 Explore cameras. Ooh. All right, I can't see you. We do have memorial walls around the property. If we do lose a cat, the cats are cremated so that their bodies and none of their parts can ever enter the black market. And they are kept on property forever, so we can always remember them. So let's go see if Miss Nikita is still up and moving. And again, for any of you that are new, I'm Brittany. I'm one of the staff members here as well as a senior keeper. I try to go live almost every morning that I'm here. And then Carol, our founder, tries to go live every afternoon or evening weather permitting. Again, we are in Florida. This is our rainy season, so does not always work that way. So I'm gonna hop back on my golf cart real quick, and we'll see if we can make it over to Nikita. That's where we'll wrap this up. And like I said, if I missed any questions or comments, I always try to go back, talk to you guys more directly if I missed it. And I try to show a good variety all week long. So cats we spent time with today is probably not who we'll see tomorrow. Keep introducing you to more and more, and anytime that you want to learn about our cats, go to bigcatrescue.org/catbio. We have a really amazing community of over 6,000 members and a Facebook group for Big Cat Rescue. You guys are all more than welcome to look into that as well. Let's go see this big girl. And this is probably where we'll wrap things up for today. There's our big lady. Hi. You coming down here? Oh. Hi, Nikki. Hi. Yep, so this is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida, and this is Nikita. She's our only lioness. She is our largest cat on property. I actually think that her bio page, if you're trying to look her up, is bigcatrescue.org/Nikita-3, I believe. Yeah, perfect. Thank you guys for she's got a tougher one. A lot of times it's just their name, but Nikita seems to be a very popular big cat name, so we've had a few over the years. Oh, thank you, Joelle, for your donation. I really appreciate it.
There's sweet girl Nikita. Nikita, Robin's watching.
Yes, a lot of our tigers especially have access to pools. Most other cats really don't enjoy the water, but tigers definitely do. Yeah, there's no need to bathe the cats here. We do flea medications and worming medications monthly and quarterly. And other than that, cats groom themselves just like at home. You don't, unless it's a really bad day for your cat, they usually don't need baths. She's obviously very serious about breakfast. Yeah, I've got nicknames for all kinds of cats here. Quite a few for every cat, really, but she's my Nikki girl, or I call her Knick-Knack. That's a good question. This is Nikita. She's our female, but I saw that somebody asked about Cameron, our male, and why he doesn't have a mane. So Cameron came in with Zabu, a white tiger. They were being housed together at a roadside zoo to make white ligers, which is just horrible. And they never did breed, and when they came here, Cameron was very, very aggressive towards the keepers, getting a little aggressive towards her to protect her from people. So we did spay and neuter them both. Long story short, the mane is testosterone driven, and because of that, his mane did slowly fall out, but it was sort of a blessing in disguise because he actually had a mass underneath his mane that we would have never seen otherwise. So we were able to fix him right up on that situation.
Yeah. Sometimes things happen for a reason, right, Knick-Knack? Yeah. I know. Big girl.
Heather, you can donate right here on our live feed, or you can go to bigcatrescue.org/donate. Thank you, Big Cat Rescue. You can also go to bigcatrescue.biz, and on the home page there's a way for you to sponsor a cat, and you can pretty much choose the cat you'd like to sponsor.
See, I'm ready. You can see the feeder, I know.
Actually, I fibbed you guys. I totally said Nikita would be the last one, but I can hear Mac out there talking. Let's go see Mac real quick. Let's go see Mac. Mac is a very old arthritic cougar that we have, but he is a fan favorite. This is Maya.
Hi, Miss Maya. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi, sweet girl. She's like, you always walk past me to go see Mac. I know, sweetie pie. I know.
I can hear Mac out here yelling. This is where we'll wrap it up for today. Here's our sweet boy. Oh, thank you, Carrie, for your donation.
Hi. Mac. Look at those big old eyes. Yeah. See, did you bring the food? I know. It's Vanessa. Vanessa has the food. Yeah. She's coming. She's coming. I know. Sweet boy.
Tanya, we went and saw Thurston and Levy, I think after I saw you ask the first time. So you'll want to go back and rewatch this feed. We made it around to quite a few this morning. We started out with Seth. We did see Smalls on her new platform and said hello to Pollow. We've seen Beecher and Hutch and Cyrus and Chaos. Yeah, you can see how slow he moves. He still gets it done though. He comes out every day for food and water. Comes out every afternoon for a sickle.
Here you go.
We did also see Natalia. We saw Sundari and Armani. We've seen Nikita. Now we're at Mac and Maya. But yeah, we saw Tiger Lily, and I popped over to see Thurston and Levy. And Tonga. A little snippet with Tonga. He was kind of not in a great place to see him, but thank you, Naomi. Yep, volunteers are what make this place go. We're always looking for great volunteers and interns. We do 3-month internships as well. So you can learn all about that at bigcatrescue.org/get-involved. And then we...
I'm sorry. Say, look, I still got it. I'm still a cougar. I'm still a fierce cougar. I know. I know. Such a good boy, though.
Yeah, every time we go live too, I'm not sure if you guys know, but you can follow our Wildcat Walkabout Show channel. All of our lives post automatically over there, and they also post automatically on our main Facebook page. Nope, he's not hurt. He's quite old. He's up in his 20s. He gets pain meds every day. Yep, he's got severe arthritis.
I know. See, it's just what happens with age. If you times a cat's age by 6, that's what they are in human years.
bigcatrescue.biz should be our main online shop, so should be right there on the home page.
Yeah, Mac is being very talkative today.
So for those that asked earlier if we had cougars or mountain lions, here you go. We've got 6, and Mac is one of them. Yeah.
You're such a good boy.
Oh, if you guys are talking about the Rainbow Bridge ring, you can actually find those on our Amazon store as well as our bigcatrescue.biz. Thank you, Carrie, for using Amazon Smile. It's such a great way that you guys can donate to the cats, basically for free. You shop on Amazon like normal, only you use smile.amazon.com. Anything you buy through Smile gives 0.5% of your purchase to the cats. It adds up to a lot at the end of the year. You can smell the food coming. Well, I just want to thank everybody for joining. You know, if I missed any of your questions, I always go back through the comments and try to make sure we reach out. For those of you that were brand new to us today, I hope that you definitely learned some new things and that you'll join us again. Check out our website, bigcatrescue.org. You can learn about all of our cats at bigcatrescue.org/catbio. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. We have bigcattv.com, which is our awesome YouTube channel. There are so many ways you guys can follow the cats and support the cats. So thank you to everybody who shared this today, everyone who donated. You guys are always making a big difference in these cats' lives, and we really appreciate it. So I will see you guys all again very soon.
Say bye, Mac Mac.
Of course, he moved right into the direct sun.
Here, I block it for you. There we go. All right, Bud Bud. Say bye-bye.
All right, thank you guys so much. I will talk to you all again very soon.